program we're doing called Maker Spotlight, brought to you by Des Moines New Age Radio, Des Moines New Age Shop, and us. We are interviewing different makers and different artists who, some are sensitive, some are not, and we're going to start off with a bang. We're starting off with Steve Tennant, all the way from Torquay, England. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He has many years of doing many different things, but he decided to open his own cafe over there. So we're going to find out why, and we're going to find out what's going on and how he's doing. All right. Remember to ask him lots of questions because he's very chatty. He's very comfortable with the public, as evidenced by the cafe. Hey, Steve.
Hellos.
So, how you doing, homie?
I'm doing pretty good. It's 2:49 in the morning here. So, yeah. It's happy, and it's Torquay and not Torquay.
Okay, Torquay.
Yeah.
My pronunciation sucks, so you know.
There are places here I don't even try to pronounce.
Okay, Dennis. Hello, Steves.
Hey, bud. Long time no see.
Right. Now I remember you went to Grandview with him, and you graduated with a degree in which? I can't remember.
I graduated with 2 masters, one in theater and one in mass comm or journalism.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Okay, then. All right. I wasn't sure what you graduated with. I was wow, okay.
Then I was crazy and I went to University of Washington and got my doctorates.
Really?
Yep.
In what? You got
photojournalism and technical theater.
Really? So you really stuck with the production end of things.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm working on trying to get into a couple theaters here, a little local theaters, but it's just I'm just slammed right now with the cafe.
And I guess my question is, okay, and also I have to ask for the people watching, what state are you from originally? I thought it was Iowa, but I know you lived in.
No, I grew up in Nevada.
Okay, you grew up in Nevada. Wow.
Yep.
So I guess the glitter of Las Vegas is lost on you.
I grew up in Gardnerville, just outside of Lake Tahoe. So right near Carson City, the capital and all that stuff. Casinos had never had a thing. How close is that to Nottingham? Well, you can't really, because travel here is really weird because the roads are just different. What normally would take, like in America, 3 or 4 hours or a couple hours, it can take a day. Nottingham's probably 7-8 hours from me.
Okay. By
train, probably like 9 by car.
Okay. Wow. Okay. But this is me, so I gotta ask: have you visited Stonehenge yet?
Yeah, twice.
Hey, pictures. I'm gonna need some pictures. Oh my
God. I went to the winter equinox gathering.
That is awesome. Now, are you hooked in with a good pagan Wiccan community out there?
There is a few here. I'm still solitary. There's some really nice ladies that I've talked to. There's a couple gentlemen that I talked to. One in Totnes, couple in Peyton, person over in Tinmouth, which is just all kinds right around here.
Okay. So all about, what would you say, less than an hour away from you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Which is by the crow flies, probably like 2 miles.
Which is okay. Got it.
The roads here are really interesting. It's you don't go by miles because I take my wife to work. Mm-hmm. Which is something like 9 miles from us, and it takes us 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's just how the roads are here.
Okay. So I guess my question is, do you have a car over there? Because I thought it was.
Yeah, we have a car. Yeah, public transportation, you figure it's good. It's been cut and they don't do a lot of it. It's not wonderful, but it would take her 3 hours or 2.5 hours to get from our house to where she works if she took the public transportation.
Oh,
It's just the way it is. And of course they stop and stuff like that multiple times. So,
So, okay, burning question. What brought you over there to England? What made you make the decision to move?
well, it was a couple twofold stuff. One, a little political, not liking where my country is going.
Yeah.
But the biggest one was my lovely wife was made redundant at the company she worked for almost 20 years. So it was like we were going, okay, what do we do? And her mother wasn't doing very well healthy. And we just made the decision that it was smart for us to move here.
Is she from there originally?
Yeah, she's from Timnath.
Wow.
Yeah, I married a Brit.
Nice. How did you guys meet?
I mean, I was.
I know.
Yeah, the English Channel. Yes, it's the British Riviera, Dennis.
Torquay used to be on the English Channel. I have to read them because some people they don't watch this on Spotify; they just listen. So I always read questions.
Yeah. We just figured it would be a smart thing to do, and we moved.
Awesome. Okay. And did you guys meet through gaming or LARPing or Wicca?
Well, I was a nurse.
Yeah.
In the military, and I had my RN, a nurse practitioners, and to pay and live as I was going to school, I was working hospice at Swedish.
Okay. Does England have a Washington amount of rain? Ooh, good question.
No, Washington has more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like people say, "Oh, what do you think of the rain here?" And it's like, no,
No.
no. I'm losing my gills from Washington.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
So when I'm working at hospice, she was running dialysis clinics, and we just kind of ran into each other over and over and over. And we started chatting, and we kind of liked each other, and one thing led to another, and
awesome.
Dun-da-da.
So, how long have you been married?
We've been married a grand total of 5 years.
Woo!
And we've known each other. We've been together almost 11.
Congratulations. I'm so happy. I wasn't sure what was going on. So.
Oh, she's a wonderful woman. She puts up with me. So, yeah.
All right. So, why did you decide to open the cafe? What was the inspiration for it? I mean, I know you've always loved to cook, but
okay, you know I'm a foodie. I'm a hardcore foodie.
You're hardcore.
Yeah. There's no barbecue place here.
Really?
There's nothing. They have grilling and they have hog roasts, but it's no smoked barbecue. There's nothing like it. There's a few places kind of sort of, they're open pit grills and things like that. The open pit barbecue up north from me. Okay. But there's really, I've looked, there is no indirect heat, low and slow barbecue anywhere I can find.
Have you made it to the town of TWATT up in Scotland?
No, Dennis, I have not.
I could make a really horrible joke, but anyway.
Keep going. Hey, we're going to keep it PG. Well, NC-17 at least.
I know, right?
So it's like, it took me 2 years, and Anne found it. That's my wife. Found a place that I can get pho.
Oh.
There is no sushi here. No sushi places. I would have to go to like Plymouth or London to
Really?
get good sushi, and those are 2.5 hours one way or 5 hours another.
Now, Dennis, it is a real place very far north. Yeah.
Yeah, I know where it is, Dennis.
Damn it, Dennis, quit. All right. Anyways, you better keep going, Steve.
So it's like I was looking for places and looking for food, and I'm sitting there going, I like barbecue. I'm actually pretty good at it. So I started looking at doing festivals and things like that.
Okay.
And getting a food truck, and
expensive.
Wonderful couple that I know. She does a assistance and outreach program here in Torquay called Safeways. Plug. Wonderful organization. They have activities for kids and things like that. And they have this property.
Okay.
And I was looking for a kitchen so I wouldn't have to use my own because it's small.
Yeah.
Small. Well, they had a cafe that was not being used as a cafe. It was being used at the time as a baby sensory play thing.
Okay.
It was a cool idea. It was just not enough yuppie-esque people here, I guess. So the lovely girl couldn't continue, and it was kind of funny. I came in to look at the cafe, the kitchen, to make sure everything was working and everything, and the gentleman basically said, "Hey, you want to just take it over?" And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
I talked to Anne. She was like, okay. So about October of last year, we started doing some remodeling and painting and cleaning up and stuff. And we opened on November 5th.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yes, let the babies play in the kitchen. Shaking my head. I know, right? It's like, wee.
Yeah, it's I have 2 employees that kind of come in and help me here and there. Wonderful human beings. And yeah, it's just kind of me most of the time.
Oh yeah, hey man, you're independent business, baby. That's how it goes. Okay, you're the accountant, you're the garbage man, you're the janitor, you're the cook. You know, it's all on you, baby.
I'm just a head cook, bottle washer, and scrubber, and does all the mathematical stuff.
Yup.
She's the one. She's the one with the MBA.
Oh my gosh. Yup. No, but I am so glad to hear that you're doing something with it. I always knew how much you loved to cook and how good you were at it, so I was really happy when I heard this. But I was really curious. The Tortoise BBQ. Tell me a little bit about the name.
Well, there was a lot of tossing around names of it, and because I do indirect, low and slow smoked barbecue.
Yeah.
What's low and slow? Tortoise.
Okay. Now that makes more sense.
We had a naming competition when we first opened. Our tortoise, which was right here. His name is Amble.
Amble. Nice.
A lovely friend of mine in the United States. She did my logo and my design for me. She's doing another one, a female version of Amble. We're going to call her Abigail, and she's our baker.
Okay. Now, if you want to plug your friend, go for it. Plug her logo services.
She's doing other things right now. This was just a favor. I don't want to throw her under the bus that way.
Yeah,
she's doing a bunch of other stuff.
Okay. Well, no, that's absolutely wonderful. So, are you on your mobile or your laptop?
I am on my mobile right now.
You want to pick it up and show us the cafe a little?
Sure.
Okay, hang on. Dennis,
Okay.
PG phrasing. Anyway. I don't know.
Okay. We have here's my dining area. I actually made the tables,
Oh, that's adorable. I love it.
our little seating area, our
Okay.
pride flag, of course.
Okay.
And it goes around. There's my drinks fridge. Those things down there that you see that are Tupperwares,
Yeah.
those are actually the salads for tomorrow.
Okay.
I got macaroni salad, potato salad, and coleslaw.
Nice.
Okay, this is my slightly messy coffee area
Okay.
because yes, I don't open until 11. Storage area,
Okay.
and here's the kitchen.
Nice.
That's my kitchen.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Okay, so now what are the hours of your setup? I know over there it's got to be a little bit different than here.
Yeah, I tried a bunch of different set of times. I tried like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to 8,
Okay.
and was getting nowhere.
Okay.
It's very odd here. A lot of the cafes close at 4 o'clock.
Really?
Yes. And then dinner places open up at 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. So it's not like in the States. So if you want to like go to a cafe, say, and it's 5 o'clock, they're usually closed.
Wow. Okay.
So I've kind of brought in the more American mindset, where I'm open from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're probably going to be opening up on Sunday once the holiday makers get here, because this is a very big holiday town.
Holiday.
Summer.
What?
Yeah. They're called grockles here.
Okay. You better explain the terms. And Dennis, tea time. All righty then.
Yes. This is a holiday vacation area.
Okay.
So during the summer months, it is very inundated with everybody coming to the beaches and the real pretty moors. Dartmoor is just down the way from us. So there's some really beautiful countryside, and it brings a lot of people in. So there's actually restaurants that only open from like April to October.
Wow.
And then they're closed the rest of the year.
Seriously.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
So what I do is I open from 11 to 8 on Thursday, 11 to 9 on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of a lunch crowd. I get a few people local, because I'm literally up the block from the council's office.
Okay.
Up the block from some NHS offices, which is the National Health Services.
Oh.
The police station is down the way from me. So it's like I'm very centrally located. I'm not on a high street.
What's
Prices for rents. The high street is the main shopping areas.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not on a high street. I'm a little up from there, just because the rents there are ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, really ridiculously stupid. So yeah, it's. I figured it was the best opportunity to do, and people are liking my food. The only downside that I've had is, and it's anybody that does delivery with any of the delivery services, it just gets to the people cold.
Oof. Yeah.
And I can't, once it leaves here, I'm hamstringed, I'm stuck. So most of my reviews are in the upper 4s, near 5s, like 4.6, 4.8, 4.9.
Okay. Are you on Google?
I am on Google.
Okay.
I am on Instagram, and I have a Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now on Facebook, it's the Tortoise BBQ. Just that, because I couldn't find you on Facebook.
It's Steve Tennant with the Tortoise BBQ.
Okay. Okay.
Because how the Facebook over here, if you don't pay for a business domain,
Okay.
you have to play the other way around.
Okay. Well, and hey.
And I'm poor. I'm a poor business owner.
Me too. I think most independent business people are poor, but we do have the caveat that we're still working.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a lot of what I've heard. A lot of people are losing jobs and stuff like that. So we have the caveat that we just have to level up no matter what,
Yeah.
things are tough. You gotta work harder.
For me, what's nice is 99.999% of the people who've come in here have actually totally loved my stuff, absolutely adored my food. It was funny. There was a gentleman last week who came in and got a coffee, and I label all my coffees around American candy bars, Snickers bars, Mars bars, almond Rokas, things like that. So you get kind of and he had a Snickers bar coffee, and he fell in love with it, loved it, went and did his thing, came back, looked at my menu again, and went, oh, I'm going to have a black and white, which is a dark chocolate, white chocolate with vanilla syrup with our 3-shot espresso in 20 ounce.
Okay, Steve, seriously, you couldn't have done that over here so I could have just stopped by every day and got my coffee? Instead, I got to have a Keurig? Really? Really? You can't invent teleportation so you can just hand it through the thing to me?
No. If here's the deal. If I was able to do teleportation, there is a soup dumpling place behind Wajimaya in Seattle that I would teleport to daily. There's a sushi place in Fedway that I would teleport daily to. And yes, it's all food associated with me. Come on.
I know. But seriously, I want you to invent that portaling technology where you just open up a portal. I'm like, here's the money. You're like, here's your coffee. Thank you.
I'll invent the portal gun.
Thank you.
Remember, the cake is a lie.
Okay. Yep. Because your coffee sounds great. Now I want one. I'm a coffee addict.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm still ridiculously addicted to this stuff, but caffeine also shuts down the empathic quality, shuts down the sensitive quality, and I love it.
Yeah, sometimes being sensitive, for me especially,
is a huge piece of butt, but hey, that's me.
You pick up on people, so you know how to react to them mostly. Sometimes you see things in people that
nope, don't want to see.
Yeah. Well, you see things in people that you may go, oh, I like this person. I want to get to know this person. And then you find out, well, yeah, they haven't evolved enough to actually be the person you see. So, yeah, it's always wonderful.
That's interesting. That's a good point. I had never even factored that in. See, this is why I love talking to people, colleagues in the area. It's awesome. Okay, so that rolls me back right around to being a sensitive. You've been through the Navy. You've been through all kinds of stuff. You've been through college.
Been through combat, yeah.
Oh. I mean, granted, that gives you a heck of an edge, okay? That gives you a heck of an edge, But damn, dude. So talk to me.
In the Navy, there was some interesting situations, especially as a corpsman, as an IDC, independent duty corpsman. You get feelings from people, you get stuff, and there was some people I was able to help get to where they needed to when they needed to get there, instead of doing things like self-harm or other. but that was interesting. It was more difficult when I was in combat, when I was on deployment, because you feel people's anger, you feel people's hate, you feel people's just ugliness, and sometimes it's really hard. You learn to. Music was always a good way for me to drown stuff out. For me, reading, just putting myself in someplace else.
Okay, I was
In taking my a mental space and going to someplace else.
Yeah. How? I guess my other question is, how did you keep people's emotions from bleeding over into yours and kind of mixing in, influencing you? That's
that's sometimes very difficult, but when everybody is on edge, everybody is heightened, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Everybody is going 10,000 miles a minute. Their emotions are going 10,000 miles a minute. Every once in a while, you'll get a trickle from somebody about their demise, or are they going to, or the visceral hate for something, and then you have to really realize and center yourself and bring yourself back into where you need to be for me to protect myself and to protect the guys I was in charge of.
Yeah, no kidding.
Make sure they get home.
Now, I love this interview, but I'm also thinking, would you be willing to go on and do an interview with me, a separate one, about being an empath and all the stuff that
yeah, I could do that.
Because that's
we'll figure out a time.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, that's something that, having the empath gift, it's rough. There's always a point to it. And after having my son is the only time I actually enjoyed the gift. My son, he's expressive responsive disorder. So
my son was a pain in the ass. A brilliant kid. Absolutely loves him. Love him totally.
I know.
But he's a pain in the ass. Too smart for his own good, just like his dad. And yeah, it was one of those things. It's like every parent knows this. You look at them and they're lying to you, bold face, and you're just kind of going, I was there. I did things like this, and we tried to do this to our parents.
Don't try.
And they don't. Yeah, it's like no, it don't work. It don't work. We love you, but it don't work.
Well, no, it's just because he's got the expressive responsive and stuff. He is on the spectrum and stuff like that, but he won't tell me he's hungry. He'll come up and give me a hug, and then I get overwhelmingly sick with hunger. I'm like, really, kid? You know how to say you're hungry. He's like,
no, it works better for him.
In that way, this is the only time I've really enjoyed the empathic gift, because I can already sense what's going on. I can get ahead of it, and I can get it done.
Yeah.
Before he has a meltdown, before this, I can pick up on all this stuff. And that's cool. This is a good reason to have it. The rest of it, holy, no. So for you, you have always been very personable. You've always been very extroverted, just parties at your house. And poor Dennis, Dennis is a double Gemini, all right? He loves people. He loves having people over. And then you have me, Taurus dog, who's like, shuts the door.
Hey, you showed up at some of my parties.
I showed up at some of your parties, but I didn't have parties at my place.
Hey, we had a couple.
A couple, but
great dinners and game nights and stuff like that. So yeah.
But you are extroverted. So how do you handle empath?
I am a extrovert introvert.
Okay. Yeah.
I like people, but I hate people. I like conversations with persons.
Yes.
A couple people. I always go back to that lovely line with Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black.
Okay.
A person you can talk to, intelligent, interact.
Yeah.
People are disgusting, virile animals.
True.
They get a pack mentality. You can't converse. You can't. I like people, but I hate people. So I am very good at giving myself my time.
Talk a little bit about that. I mean, you're running a cafe. You are front-facing people, of course.
Oh yeah, I'm the face. I'm the face of this. I'm very personable here because I like it here because people are coming into my space. This is my space.
Yeah.
And I know what they're coming in for. I know how they're going to come in. When I go home, I'm snuggling my dog. I'm watching anime or reading a book or lightly cleaning.
Okay, I get that. Yeah.
I'm not doing stuff at home all the time. So yeah, I got to go home and clean and do the dishes and maybe run some laundry and things like that. So yeah. But yeah, it works. You have to be able to, being sensitive, being empathic, you have to be able to find your space. Describe
that a little bit more.
For me, especially here, I'll go in and I'll do something in the kitchen. I had a wild hair up my hoo that I wanted to do something more different for desserts because I do a key lime bar, which is basically a key lime pie in a bar form.
Nice. That sounds good.
But I do it with a pretzel crust.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. I think Dennis had it. I think I made it for Dennis once.
Dennis, I've been watching Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes. So I have a key lime bar, and then I do cookies, and I do American cookies, not biscuits like they do here. Mm-hmm. I'll do a snickerdoodle, or I'll do a oatmeal cran, a gingerbread, a chocolate chip, which
soft
I do.
Gingerbread.
Huh? Oh, soft.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
Soft. They're usually about 2 inches in diameter and they're about that thick.
Okay, I'm going to reiterate Dennis's sentiment. I want a key lime bar. Please send some. All right, how much shipping are we going to have to go through, Steve?
Well, okay. First, I'm going to have to put it in a cold pack because it has to stay cold. Second, it has to go overnight, which is probably about 60, 70 pounds right there.
Pounds to dollar, you're going to have to...
Probably $90.
$90 for how many?
Probably a whole sheet.
How many is in a whole sheet?
Depending on how you cut them, you can get one big one.
I know, right?
Or about 16 smaller ones.
Oh, wow. Dennis is like, and $90 and what? Okay. So the next question is, if you just do the gingerbread cookies or multiple cookies, do you need to use a cold pack?
No. Do you guys remember my cookies I used to ship everywhere?
No, I don't. Dennis would remember more than I would.
Yeah. I used to do the gingerbreads, my monster cookies, which is dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, butterscotch, toffee, and roasted walnuts.
Okay.
That's one cookie. I would do fudges. I would do and my Christmas cake or fruit cake, which is basically more booze than cake.
Now you're talking. Okay.
And then I would ship those all around the world for friends that were in the military and stuff like that.
I do remember because I remember you talking about shipping through the military. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Just took a little bit.
Yeah. So I used to do that. It's just too expensive here. Shipping is ridiculously expensive. I have a friend. I have a friend in Kenya. She is a beautiful little boy. Pen pals, great relationship, friendship. And I ship stuff for her and things like that, and it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, and they're small little things.
Pack some fudge and send it here. At any rate. Yeah.
This year for the Christmas, I had peppermint fudge and orange white chocolate cranberry fudge for desserts here at the cafe.
So again, how much would it be to send a whole bunch of cookies, specifically gingerbread, some snickerdoodles, some fudge?
How about I just send you the recipe?
No. What do you think this is?
I'm cooking all the time. It's like right now I have a brisket. No, I have a pork shoulder in my smoker.
Okay. Pork I'm not so big on, but brisket? No, that's awesome.
Oh, my brisket, it melts in your mouth and is tender and yummy.
Yeah, great. Now Dennis is going to want that. Actually, I want that. But anyway, so how much to ship cookies? Already made cookies, and how long would it take?
I honestly have no idea. It's going to go by weight.
Okay. And
so the more cookies I put in there, the more it's going to be.
Okay. So let's say a pound of cookies.
And I here's the deal. Everybody that's watching this or listening to this, that's not my job. I don't ship cookies and yummies. You want them, come to me. Figure out how to come to England and eat my food. I'm not a shipper.
I don't have the money to come to England. I want to see Stonehenge and everything, and eventually I'll get over there. But
we are about 2.5 hours from Stonehenge.
So, like I said, I'm going to get over to Stonehenge, and I'll definitely stop by. But for right now, I want me some awesome cookies. Okay.
We'll talk off the chat. Maybe we'll figure something out.
Okay. But yeah, no, you know, I do love your food, and I always did. But damn, dude.
Yeah, I make my own rubs.
Okay.
Bring a vacation hotspot. Have your cross path with Guy Ritchie.
Oh my God! Right, Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg. Oh, and Nick Frost, both of them. Love them. Love the writing.
Earlier today, because I do everything's in house. I don't buy anything. The only thing I do buy is there is an amazing bakery here called Krusty Loaf.
Okay.
Their bread is amazing. Their pastries and everything are just yummy. And I use their what they call BAPs, burger buns, here for my sandwiches. Okay. But everything else I make in house. I did my rubs earlier today. I made my sauces earlier today.
Dennis, you said rubs. Anyway. So you make rubs, you make sauces, you make all your own stuff. So this is
everything is in house. Everything's me.
Okay. So do you add a little intention to all your cooking?
Very much so.
I always knew it. Oh dear God, Dennis. Anyway,
Dennis is being Dennis. I expected.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Dennis is being Dennis. I'm just happy I'm over here and I don't get those hugs anymore.
Well, you know, hey, that was between you and him, baby. But no. So talk a little bit about putting intention into your food.
a lot of times, especially when I'm doing my rubs, especially when I'm doing my sauces and things like that, I'm concentrating. I might even be chanting in my head.
Okay. Do you ever chant out loud?
When I'm alone, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Everybody thinks I'm the weird American anyways. I don't need to add more to it.
Oh, okay.
No, it's I put the intention into what I'm doing. I want healthy. I want joy. I want happiness. I want to give people, when they are eating my food, satisfaction.
Yeah.
So I'm sending positive energy into everything I cook.
And that is amazing. And I could always feel that even before I really, really, really made it a point to go down this road. I could always feel that from your food. I just figured I was picking it up, but I could feel the happy.
I've always done that. I've always anything I make, anything I cook, I always definitely want the person I'm cooking for, the people I'm cooking for, to truly intake positive.
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain, a saint. The man was amazing. He made a couple comments that I truly, and I'm going to paraphrase because I'm horrible at getting exact worded, but he says, when you're sitting around a table, you connect with people. Food connects people. There's only certain things everybody does, and one is eat. The other one you can't do always in public because it's usually private and you're doing a lot of heavy painting.
Yeah. Talking about cleaning the tub, I know.
Yeah, but everybody eats.
Yeah.
Just like everybody poops, everybody eats. And you connect with people. Because most people can't argue with their mouth full.
Exactly. Right.
And you can't argue with each other if you're eating.
That is
and
true.
You can start listening instead of responding.
I like that. Okay. You know?
But yeah, going back to the cafe.
Real quick. Dennis, Dennis, I don't do those hugs anymore either.
Thank you. Weirdo. I love you, Dennis. I miss you.
We miss you too. But back to the cafe.
Back to the cafe. I have an amazing meat vendor. He's here local, called Evans Butcheries. It's in Peyton. Absolutely. I've been able to go in. I know where my beef is coming from. I literally have been to the farm where my beef comes from. I've literally been to the farm where my pork comes from.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I'm if I could grow it, I would grow all my stuff. But I don't have room for it. I have a tiny little house.
Well, I was going to say, would you be able to grow part of your spices maybe on the wall in your cafe? In like a grow box?
Doing a grow box and that type of stuff, maybe something down the road. But right now, it's just
I know,
fiscally kind of difficult and trying to figure stuff out because you do need water and everything. And but no, a lot of the things that I don't get local, I special order. It's like I use 5 separate paprikas in my spicy rub, 4 separate in my sweet rub, my Carolina style, which is more of a mustard style barbecue. It has 4 separate paprikas also. So I have to special order those because you just don't get them here. Spice is not something that is really prominently forefront in the UK palate.
Really?
A lot of it's
figure it would be more now,
It's getting there, but there's still the diehards where black pepper is too spicy.
Dennis and my mom would fit right in.
But no, I have people. I have a couple people that have come in and go, and they want a spicier sauce. So I've had to look for the stuff that I make my spicier sauce and my spicier rub with. And I finally found a.
They're mostly white. They prefer bland food and lots of cheese, right?
So I've had to find a place that I could special order my Carolina Reaper powder, my Death Head chili powder, so I can make the rubs and the sauce.
That'll melt my face off and make me cry.
Yeah. It's like I just before I got on with you, I finished all my salads, most of my other little stuff. I have to do my mac and cheese. I already have the bechamel done, which is I do a 9 cheese bechamel.
Okay, what's bechamel?
Cheese sauce.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. You're using these fancy cooking terms, Steve. They're going right over me. Fancy cooking terms.
I make a 9 cheese sauce.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I do a 9 cheese sauce for my mac and cheese. That's also on my breakfast burrito. And thank God for Evans, because I wanted a coarse ground sausage meat. Okay. And the sausage here is amazing. There's all kinds of different sausages. They're good, but they're all very fine ground, almost paste type.
Wow.
And that's really not what I was looking for. So I have a American style sage breakfast sausage that I do my own seasoning mix. They grind the sausage. I make it here, vacuum seal it, set it away, use it for my breakfast sausage and breakfast burritos, which has the bechamel, my sausage, O'Brien potatoes. For those who don't know what O'Brien potatoes is, I've had to explain it here. It's potato, onion, and bell pepper. Fresh scrambled eggs, a little bit of cheese, rolled in a tortilla and put in a panini press until it's nice and crispy and yummy.
You can't open a branch here in America like up my street. Like, seriously.
Hey, if I start making money here, I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy to start opening a bunch of Tortoise barbecues.
Right.
Worldwide.
You need to open one up the street for me, because now I'm hungry. What am I supposed to do about that, Steve? Huh?
Go to the
no.
That Thai place that used to be down by Grandview.
I don't want Thai food. Anyway, but no. Okay, so I mean, no. And here's another thing. I was thinking as you're talking about all this. Have you ever thought about writing a cookbook, a recipe book?
Kinda. But a lot of my see, what's funny is a lot of my recipes are from like my mom or my uncle Paul, which did the barbecue stuff. Kind of twists on Betty Crocker stuff, Better Homes and Gardens stuff, just stuff that I've picked up and twisted. It's like I do a pumpkin apple spice muffin for one of my desserts. Pumpkin's not really big over here. It's kind of odd. No, they don't do pumpkin over here. You know how pumpkin spice season? It's not a big thing over here.
That's depressing.
So I do this pumpkin. Oh yeah, Cheese Whiz is non-existent over here. Really? Yes, Dennis.
Dennis,
so
if you're hungry, there's a kitchen that you could make pasta in, Alicia. Wow. No. Anyway.
Hey Dennis, why don't you get off your butt and actually make your wife some food?
We got some stuff going on here at the house.
Yeah. So it's it's one of those things where
What about brownies?
I've thought about it.
Do you make brownies?
Yes, I do brownies. I'm probably going to be doing brownies next week because I change one of the desserts weekly or bi-weekly. It's like I did 2 weeks worth of chocolate chip cookies, and then I'll probably do I think I'll do snickerdoodles this week, or I'm going to do gingerbread.
Okay, so I mean, with all this fantastic stuff you have, honestly, I would love to see you write a recipe book.
When I get around to it,
Then
between 2 and 3 in the morning when I'm not sleeping.
I know, right?
Or not cooking.
I
Yeah.
know, right? And I happen to know a publisher who would probably publish it out for free. So.
Okay, then if you know a publisher, you and I got to talk because my wife writes some really fun stories.
Then we probably should talk.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That I've been wanting her to publish, and yeah.
Are they fictional or?
One's this absolutely amazing little children's story about a flea, Lee the flea.
Oh wow.
He goes on an adventure.
If you have Fruity Pebbles in England, you can make.
No.
What?
No.
No Fruity Pebbles?
No.
Huh?
They have something similar, but because it's Doritos. It's like the weird thing about says Fanta is different color. Yeah, because they can't use all the fake and additives here. Doritos taste totally different from the United States to the UK. Fanta is in a more light natural orange juice color than the bright neon orange that you get in the States. Yeah, it's totally weird. I have to hunt and special order hot tamales because they just don't have them.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. It's just you learn to figure stuff out.
Wow. Okay, I officially like my food options better here.
There is it's a give and take. There's a lot of little small personal owned grocery stores. There's actual butchers here.
Yeah.
Instead of going to like Walmart or Safeway or whatever, you go into the butchers, you go into the greengrocers, and you get your stuff. Yeah, we have stores like Sainsbury's, which is kind of like a Safeway, and stuff like that. But you can go into these small, little, local stores, and it's kind of nice. So yeah, that's cool. There's a give and take. There's a cheesemonger here. There's fishmongers. It's nice that I have that option. Yeah. But yeah, there's certain things. It's like I was in tears when I found out the only place I could actually get sushi is 3 hours or 6 hours away.
Well,
you can get drive gas station sushi, but it's like no.
Well, you can start rolling your own sushi. Sell it. No. Yeah, I know.
No.
Hold on. Dennis, what are Diddy Donuts?
I don't know, Dennis. That one I don't know.
I was gonna say, we used to watch it. It's a fun program, and they would call these tiny fried donuts Diddy Donuts.
Then they're tiny fried donuts. There's a couple mini donut places around here. They just fry up donuts.
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds good though.
There's one down towards the marina. They do really good cinnamon sugar donuts. They just fry them right there.
That's awesome. Now here's another question. prices with your cheesemongers, your fishmongers, your butchers versus the big box stores over here? How would you say the prices compare? Is it more expensive or less?
It's comparable, but the quality is
Way up.
night and day. Night and day. The meat quality here makes,
it's fresh. It's right there. You know?
There's so much. I mean, I can get cheeses here that you can't even, because of the FDA and they don't allow this and they don't allow. Oh man, I've gorged myself on cheeses.
Well, how tall are you, Steve?
6'4".
Okay, at 6'4", you can probably put away at least 10 pounds of cheese before it really starts to affect your weight.
I couldn't do that because remember I got blew up and lost half my stomach.
That is true. Never mind. Darn it. Although maybe in a way,
I try, but
blessing in disguise.
It would take me a month to do that in little teeny chunks.
Mm-hmm. See, for me, I am lactose intolerant, but also the one and only food I cannot eat, no matter how much I move or anything else, is cheese, and I love it. So yeah, I literally look at a piece of cheese, and I'm going to gain 10 pounds. Okay.
No, it's the cheeses here. I have a friend. She's in Seattle. She was in LA. Somebody I met through conventions and things like that. I still send her pictures of the cheese and stuff, and she just comes back. She fucking dick.
Well, send her some. Have her pay to have.
I can't send it. They won't allow it through customs.
Are you shitting me? God, that's
it's. There's another lovely friend of mine who's a baker in Seattle, and I go to these patisseries. There's some really great patisseries around here, and send these absolutely beautiful pictures of these absolute beautiful cakes and little petitfours and things like that. And she's like going, and I says, "Come over, we'll go out."
Well, no, the second you told me there was a really awesome baker with a whole bunch of bread and stuff there, that's my love language. You know, I'm all about the
fresh baked bread is a thing here. I can go get a fresh baguette. I can go get a fresh focaccia. I can get fresh breads, period. The only thing they don't really do is sourdough.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
It's not as big a thing here.
Okay.
And remember, I had a sourdough starter that I used when I was there, and that one came with me to Seattle, but I couldn't bring it with me because it was a natural yeast, and they wouldn't let it through customs.
Wow.
So I gave the sourdough away.
That's a little strict, but okay.
Oh, it is what it is. You just deal with it.
So what you're telling me is, when I do manage to make it over there, be prepared to do a lot of exercising because I'm going to be eating a lot of cheese and a lot of bread. Got
it. You can walk almost everywhere here.
No, I'm going to have to walk almost everywhere here.
I mean, Torquay is where we are. We're in a valley.
Okay.
A river valley. Literally, the town is built over the river. There is a river running underneath.
Wow.
The main streets.
But that must feel so good when you walk over them. Is it a cleansing kind of feeling?
No, they're dirty rivers. The Clean Water Act here has not been taken care of. But yeah, we're in a valley. So it's like you have the flat and then everything is a hill from up.
Oh my goodness. So in other words, when I get over there, take a course before I go. Basically trade up before I go. Yeah,
I don't try to walk from the like Union Street up to the house because it's like this.
Yeah. Now, quick question. I remember you had the arachnitis. Did it clear up?
No.
Okay. So how does that work with walking everywhere for you?
I deal with it. Okay. Just like I did before. I deal with it.
Now, does a TENS unit help? I know for me with
I
my
have a
back.
10th unit, and yes, I use it. I'm going to see a neurologist because the Navy told me when I damaged my back the way it is and everything that I would probably have to get injections eventually. So I get to go deal with that fun stuff. I can't find a decent chiropractor here, but
Really?
ideal. Yeah, ideal. I'm ideal. I spend a lot of my time just smiling.
I was gonna say no. I was gonna say I would figure chiropractors over there would be pretty, readily available.
Getting into one, yes. Finding one, yes. Paying for one is always an issue because they're usually not on the NHS. And those that are on the NHS, they
Not so.
have a waiting list. They have a waiting list like you wouldn't believe. Yeah.
No, the chiropractor I go to, he doesn't take insurance, but he's amazing. He's just awesome. So I've never
Yeah.
gone away from him. I found him and we were good. You know?
Yeah.
So, but no, that's why I was curious with all that walking and stuff. I mean, does it help? That's the other thing.
Yeah. It's depending on. I don't do uphill real well.
Nobody does uphill real well. Okay, nobody does. We're all like, hey, okay.
But no, it's yeah, I do what I need to do. Just like everybody. I set my mind on stuff. It's like tonight I have cornbread to finish tonight. I have like I said, I got to do my mac and cheese. I literally have the cheese cut ready and shredded to make the bechamel.
Dennis, I don't do uphill. Period.
You don't do anything. Period.
Wow, so many jokes. Anyway, but no, I was gonna say, do you ever do Mexican cornbread? A little spicy.
Oh, I do. I do a spicy cornbread. I saute up bell peppers, habaneros, jalapenos, purple onion, and yellow and white onion. That's all mixed in with my cornbread mix. A little bit of fresh sweet corn and cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna need that recipe book. I may never make anything out of it, but I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna publish it out.
Yeah, and then I do a sweeter cornbread, which doesn't have any of the spice in it. A little bit more sugar, so it's a little sweeter. And it has a cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, and the sweet corn in it.
That's because I'm a man. I will leave the periods to the prettier sex. Okay. Anyway. But okay, no, God, all this stuff sounds really amazing. I wish you could ship.
Here. You ready for go and walk?
Yep.
I'll give you a walk.
Cool.
Here we go.
Well, this is the best type of walk. I can see stuff while sitting down.
That's the cheese that's going into the bechamel.
Oh, wow. That's going to be
Okay,
awesome.
Are you ready? There's the pork.
Oh, that looks nice.
Close. There we go. Okay. I got to do the figure stuff out.
All right.
Okay. Smoker. Set. Continue. Temp. There we go. Yep.
Awesome possum. Dude.
Oh.
You need to ship all your food. I'm gonna need all of it in sequence.
Here we go. Let you guys check something else out.
Oh yeah.
This is my yellow toe sauce.
Yellow what?
It is a Carolina mustard sauce.
Ooh. What goes into that?
Well, it's a mixture, the rub
Okay.
of my rub, which is a Carolina style rub, which is more mustardy than. There's a lot of mustard in it, a lot of vinegars in it. So it's a little tangy. It's a lot more sharper than the standard barbecue sauce.
That sounds really good. Dennis, what is the traditional Christmas meal in Torquay?
A roast.
Beef or what kind?
No. In the UK, it's called a roast. It's Yorkshire pudding. It is jacketed potatoes. It's veg. It's some meat. I don't like jacketed potatoes because they're like a roasted potato, but the skin is like they've cut it. It's hard. Okay. So you just basically cut it open and eat the inside. I'd rather just have a baked potato.
Yeah.
Not my thing. Not something I really enjoy.
What is
hey, they're decent.
pudding?
Yeah, they do roasts here. Like it is a huge thing. Sunday roasts, you'll have a chicken, a beef joint. You'll have a piece of pork. They roast them, and all the family gets together and eats. There's restaurants that just do roasts.
They do this on Sundays? Every Sunday?
Sundays and Saturdays. It's a big thing.
That must affect the culture a lot. That must change it a lot.
Yeah. And it's good food. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple places that do. I mean, the Yorkshire puddings are like my head high size in some places.
What is a Yorkshire pudding? I've heard of it.
A Yorkshire pudding it is a batter that is put in an extremely hot muffin tin, and with usually a fat, a lard, tallow, or something in it that's heated, and you pour the batter in, and it puffs up, and it makes like a cup, and they're really good. Don't get me wrong; they're delicious.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. How easy is it to get pheasant?
During the season, you can get pheasant, you can get grouse, you can get venison, you can get just about any game meat.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, you can get rabbit.
Do they eat rabbit in England, and have you partaken of the webbit? Oh my God.
Oh, anytime I can get rabbit, I get rabbit. The only thing that they look at me really weird when I go into the butcher's is when I ask for a beef tongue. It's one of the most tastiest pieces of meat.
No, I thought they would eat more of that over there.
It's the thing is, and I think it's very socially pushed. All the cheaper meats were looked down upon. The tongue, things like that. They use kidneys here like you wouldn't believe. Absolutely. I love getting sheep kidneys, and it's just, you're always going to have a steak and kidney pie or they're just all over the place. They're delicious. Okay. But so offal is, you can get offal here all the time. But but the thing is it's very cultural. It's normal here. Yeah. So it's like for one thing, it because of the normalcy here, some things are just not transferable to countries. It's like a lot of people's come in and ask me, well, how do you get your brisket so tender? How do you get your brisket so tender? I don't overcook it.
Yeah. Okay.
Brisket's a tricky little meat. It can go from perfect to shoe leather in seconds if you're not watching it. So yeah, it's one of those things that you just have to deal with what you got to deal with.
So my other question, and I don't want to keep you too much longer because I know I said about 30 to 45 minutes. We're at an hour. But how would you cook a beef tongue and how would you cook a kidney?
Well, kidneys you can cook multiple different ways. Slice them, make sure they're clean, dust them with some flour, put them in some duck fat, fry them up nice and tender, or cut them up, put them in a pie.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, a beef tongue. There's a couple ways you got to do it. You got to make sure you take the skin off the tongue itself, which is usually you boil it.
Okay.
And then you peel it. And what I like to use beef tongue in is when I do a stew. You cut it up into chunks, cubes. You saute it really quickly in some really good. I like using duck fat or goose fat with garlic and oregano and black pepper. Saute that up with your mirepoix, which is your trinity, your bell pepper, your onion, your celery. Then you do your potatoes and all that stuff, and you just put it in a pressure cooker. You put it in a pot and just let it slow cook. And it's tender. It's absolutely beautiful. It is a beautiful piece of meat.
Wow. Beef tongue.
Yes.
I knew one of my friends, he used to love liver and giblets.
Oh, I absolutely adore liver.
Okay. Liver
and onions on a mash with onion gravy.
So mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes you can do. Add your mash. If you're going to do mashed potatoes, it's really simple. Do your mash, do your potatoes, add a turnip, maybe some cauliflower, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of garlic. You put that through a food mill, or you just use a masher, a little bit of butter, a little bit of cream. If you really want it rich, put a little sour cream and cream cheese in it.
Wow. Okay. And how would you cook up liver?
Liver is easy. If it's good and fresh, you don't have to do this. If it's a game liver like venison or something like that,
you're a beautiful piece of meat, Steve, from Dennis. Okay.
What you want to do is you take the liver and you put it in buttermilk and let it soak with some salt, pepper, maybe a little Tabasco. Let it soak a little bit. Pull it out, dry it. You dust it with some flour. You put it in a hot cast iron skillet with a little sliced onion. And I will always say use duck fat, goose fat, beef tallow. It gives a better, richer flavor to your meats instead of just straight butter or oil. And you just fry it up until it's crispy. And you slice that on top of some mash and put some onion gravy on it.
Wow, that was not how he did it, but that sounds pretty good. All right.
Most people don't make liver right. A lot of people will overcook it. It'll get chewy and kind of not nice. That's what I.
Okay.
Shoe leather, hockey puck. You know the. Yeah.
Well, no,
it's like for those in the States, I'll say if you overcook meat, you're gonna get school food hamburgers.
Okay. Well, no, because I've heard a lot that women should eat more liver because of the iron. So
yeah. Also, for women, if you're not wanting to do the liver, kale, green veggies have a lot of iron in it.
Well, hell yeah. Okay. So, I have another question. I do a group discussion. It's called the Psychic Roundtable every Thursday night, right around 8:35-ish. Would you ever be interested in coming on?
Thursday nights.
Well, nights for me, 2 p.m. for you.
2 a.m.
Wait, whoa. Oh, okay.
You're 6 hours behind me. It's 4 a.m. here.
Oh my God, I thought it was 2 p.m. there. Okay, I got that wrong. Never mind. Damn. Okay.
See, the thing is, on Wednesdays, I do overnight cook. So I'm here from literally 6 p.m. on Wednesday till 8 or 9 o'clock on Thursday nights.
When do you sleep?
What sleep?
Believe me, I have so much trouble sleeping lately, but still, I'm exhausted, dude. How do you do it? Well, wait a minute. You got espresso there. Never mind. You'll be fine.
Energy drinks.
Oh, damn. Okay, so it's literally... So what time is it over there right now? Because it's 10:04 p.m. here.
It is 04:04 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yep.
Damn, you are doing good for that time of day. You've been up how long?
Since yesterday at 5 a.m.
Okay.
So I'm working on 24 hours. By the time I get home today, it'll be right around 36, 37 hours.
Okay. Well, if I moved a psychic roundtable to Wednesday for a week, would you want to sit in?
If I am able to squeeze in, and if I say I gotta go, just know I'm running to do something.
Yeah, no worries. No, and that's kind of the thing. But with all your experiences and the empath and the sensitive and everything you've been doing and what you've been through, I'd love to have you on to give a perspective.
I'm always willing to give a perspective.
I will warn you though, it's going to be a group of people, and the regulars I have on right now, we can get a little rowdy.
As long as you keep your clothes on, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, okay, a couple of the guys don't keep their shirts on, but that's them.
Not interested in a fuzzy chest.
We just have a lot of fun. I caught the AM part. Yeah. No, we just have a lot of fun, and mostly it's about covering a topic, and then we do kind of open lines so people can ask questions and stuff for the readers. But yeah, no. All right. Well, so I will go ahead and let you go, my dear.
Yeah, because my alarm on my porch just went on. I gotta wrap it, and I gotta wrap it and steam it.
Damn. Wow. Okay. All right. Love you, Steve. You are an absolute treat to have on. You've made me incredibly hungry. Probably all our viewers too.
Good.
And also,
Tortoise BBQ, 188 Union Street, Torquay, Devon, UK.
All right, you're gonna have to start shipping stuff. That's it. That's just the be all end all. Even if it's just desserts.
I'm gonna charge through the freaking wazoo if I start getting orders.
Well, maybe it'll be enough money coming in from that for you to open up one up the street for me. Yeah.
No.
All right. Good night, Steve. I will message you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, ladies and gents, that was Steve Tennant. Awesome guy, awesome cook. He needs to have opened that restaurant in America because now I'm really hungry. All right, somebody out there invent the portal technology so I can just reach my hand through and get the food. Anyway, all right, I love you all, and thank you so much for joining us on this, our first Maker Spotlight. There will be more to come. All right, I love you all. Mwah. See you next time, Curious Minds. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. And if you have a question or if you have somebody you would like to recommend for the Maker Spotlight, just let me know. All right. And...